Hi, this is Frank Schaffer. I used to be an evangelical right-wing extremist. I quit the evangelical movement and fled. And for the last 35, almost 40 years, I have been a liberal activist that mostly votes for Democratic candidates. My father, Francis Schaffer, called for violent overthrow of the U.S. government in his last book, A Christian Manifesto, where he said that if Roe v. Wade wasn't reversed and abortion made illegal by democratic means, then we had a right to revolution. Well, last night when the Capitol was attacked, the evangelicals who were in the forefront of that attack were the kind of people who were influenced by him or influenced by people who were influenced by him. My family was responsible, and I was responsible as the nepotistic sidekick of Francis Schaffer, along with C. Everett Koop, Ronald Reagan Surgeon General, people like Jack Kemp, the congressman and candidate for the vice presidency who introduced me to the president, the folks that helped me like Pat Robertson and Jerry Falwell establishing the moral majority for what happened last night. Without evangelical participation, Trump would not be president. If you want to personally thank someone who made Trump president, talk to Franklin Graham of the Billy Graham Organization. Talk to Ralph Reed, the political operative who cashes in again and again and fundraises and makes millions off his evangelical activism. America does not have a political problem. We have a religious fanaticism problem without which none of this would have happened. If it wasn't for evangelical churches, organizations, pastors, newsletters, radio hosts going along with Trump's lies, supporting them, supporting him when he was elected, supporting him through his villainous presidency, and even to today, we would not be where we are. We have squeaked by the skin of our teeth of having a democracy this morning at all. We are only barely hanging on with our fingernails at this point. But the media does not get it. They have never taken the evangelical movement seriously. They talk about the Rust Belt. They talk about Appalachia. They talk about the low pay of working class America. All true, but they ignore because they are afraid to delve into and get into the truth of what white evangelicalism has become, which is a white nationalist, racist movement, xenophobic, myth-based. The theology is a myth. The stuff evangelicals believed in did not happen. The stuff they do not believe in, science, global warming, democracy, did happen. We are now a mockery of China and Russia. We are now a mockery of dictatorships all over the world who looked at that invasion as proof that America is failing. Vladimir Putin won. We lost. Put it that way. Now today, Trump still is in office for a few more days, and he is going to continue to do incalculable damage to America. But none of this, I repeat, is possible without understanding that we have been in a war of religion where fundamentalist evangelical white Christians and their conservative Roman Catholic allies have pitted themselves against our democracy because what they really want is a theocracy. What they aim for is America to become an evangelical Christian bigoted version of Iran. I come from that background. I knew the key players in the 70s and 80s that started all this. Trump would not be where he is today without 40 years of evangelical, hate-filled, anti-American propaganda that has debased debate on race, on gender, on feminism, has gone after women and gay people, transgenders, black people. Enough is enough. And I call on the U.S. media and anyone who sees this video to spread this word. The party of theocracy is at the root of our problems. That's why they cling to their guns. That's why they arm themselves, because they want this country ruled not by democracy, but by theocrats that impose an evangelical fundamentalist / Roman Catholic vision of morality on America, on other citizens who do not buy into it. And that's why they tried to engineer and stack the courts. And that's why they listened when Trump rejected the election results and lied and said the election was stolen. Fundamentally, these people are not interested in democracy. They are theocrats. Get it through your head. From someone who was there and helped make this tragedy happen. Even though I was a young, stupid, greedy man who changed his mind, nevertheless I was there. It's not about politics. It's about theocracy versus democracy. Evangelicals are now the nexus of opposition to American democracy and patriotism. My name is Frank Schaffer.